Hello, this is Jarrett Lau, the founder of Pro Services Boston, a maintenance company that takes care of your investment properties or condo associations across Greater Boston. In today's video, I'm going to be covering common electric meters. Typically, when you have a multifamily house or property and there's more than one unit, what you'll actually have is an electric meter for each unit as well as one for the common meter. Why? Because there's actual common areas such as hallways, basements, exteriors, maybe even attics. And our job as a property manager is to make sure that you're doing the right thing, that you're protected, and that the tenants, most importantly, are not paying for anything that they shouldn't be responsible for. It's way too common for us to walk into a property that we start managing or helping maintain and take a look at it and see how many meters there are. So that's one of the first things that we'll do. We'll go straight into the basement and we're gonna know, okay, it's a 2-family, it should have 3 meters, one for each unit, plus an additional one for the common. If we don't see that, what we'll do is that we'll obtain a quote from an electrician, which we've done dozens of times at this point, to be able to apply. We're going to request from National Grid or your electric company to be able to apply for a public meter. A permit needs to be pulled by an electrician. It needs to be able to provide it to the National Grid. They then give you the ability to go and install it. The electrical inspector will test all the work that is done by the electrician, and then once everything passes, you're able to get past to be able to set it up and put a public meter on. And then we're able to pay that public meter. And one of the most important things when you are creating a public meter isn't just the fact of having a meter itself, but making sure that every single light bulb that is in a common area, in those areas that I mentioned, is on that meter. And yes, a city inspector will actually come in and test it. And what they'll do is that they're going to shut off all the lights on the common meter and see if there's any lights still on in the basements, common areas, attics, and whatnot. And if there's anything, they're gonna know that there is still lights that are on meters that are not supposed to be paid for by the tenant. And the worst thing that could happen is the tenant realize this and then request for years, if not triple damages of the expenses that they paid, potentially of the electricity that they shouldn't have been paying. So you wanna try to avoid that. And you wanna have, a company such as us come through, help you make that determination of how many meters you should have, how many meters you do have, and most importantly, test it to make sure that all of the electrical that should be in the common area is on a common meter. So if you or anyone else you know is looking for a proactive property maintenance company to help take care of your property or a condo association, please think of Pro Services Boston, where we'll have you covered from top to bottom.